Okay, this is part two. To picking up where we left off when the power surge got to me at the end of part one. Okay, so we had just, I was talking about the hide and navigation. Normally, you will want most pages, if you can see where my cursor is right now over here. Hide and navigation you do want for most pages because that way people can't get to it until you give them a link. And I will show you an example of how you could add that link while we're talking about it. Again, we need to be on build up here. Build, so you get all the elements. Let's say we want a button to go to some other page. Let's say we want this. I just added a button. I'm going to click on that. Okay, we got button text. So I'm going to say just our meetings, general info, let's say. Okay. And then we select style. We're very limited on the styles that we have available to us. So I normally just pick, the biggest button I could get there. Okay, button style, and then the link. That's where you could do that. You could say, you could do an outside link, of course, or standard page, one of our pages. So I want to go to about our meetings. I want people to be able to go to about our meetings, open a new window or not. I just let it default to whatever it's going to do. But anyway, so there we are. Okay, we want to try this, and so in this case, just to get us by this for a minute, I'm going to say do not hide in navigation. So it's going to suddenly pop up there, but we will be getting rid of this. Okay, the page that we're on, meeting 1125. Okay, so we're going to publish this to try it out. Publishing. Okay, there it gives us a quick link to our newly published page. You can just take that. It'll take you over to try it out. You may have to, I always generally do an F5 at this point to refresh it because otherwise you'll run into timing issues. Okay, and where is the thing we just added? Well, now that's funny. I expected the one we just did to show up here, and I am not seeing it right now. Okay, this was about our meetings. As you can see, we have the map and all that and the basic general information out there. Okay, I don't see that, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close that for a minute, go back over here to Weebly, and I'm going to say, hey, wait a minute here. Pages, meeting 11/2025. Do not hide in navigation. Our meetings. About our meetings. We're going back to our meeting 11/2025. And do not hide in navigation, which means it should float up here to the headline. I wonder if we've just maxed out. That's interesting because, okay, hide in navigation. Do not hide in navigation. And yet I don't see it up there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one off. Okay, hide in navigation. Okay, you see, I just picked a different page. Okay, hide in navigation. Now, that's how it's supposed to work. I'm supposed to be able to, as you can follow my cursor over here, I've got this little Letters from Kalamazoo page. I just added this blog page I just added last month, and this is how this is supposed to work. Hide in navigation. If you'll follow right here, see my cursor over here? If I say hide in navigation, that immediately is supposed to go away, which it did. And now I uncheck hide in navigation, and there it is back. That's how it's supposed to behave. I don't know why our new page is not behaving that way. I'm going to hide this one. I'm going to go back to the pages we were working with, which was meeting 11/20/25. And I'm going to say hide in navigation versus do not hide in navigation. And oddly enough, there's some kind of glitch we're seeing here. I honestly don't know why that one's not. Oh, here. I see. Okay. About our meetings, it knows it's up under about our meetings. So as far as it's concerned, if it shows up under here, okay, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to publish this, okay? It thinks it is showing it in the navigation panel, and I'll show you why. We're going to let it finish publishing. Then we're going to go take this link again. We're going to go over here and do an F5 for refresh. And then we are going to go look at about our meetings. You see, it is in the navigation panel, but because I had it indented that way up under about our meetings, it insists on showing it here instead of with the rest of the navigation. That's okay. Let's move on. All right, we're going to about our meetings. We're going to the meeting 11/20/25, and here we are. Here's what we just did. We had the picture we just put in there. We have, here's the email. I'm going to go ahead and do this as a test. So I am agreeing to marketing, blah, blah, blah here. Very simple. Subscribe to newsletter. Thank you. Your information has been submitted. You see that right there. And then this is the link we added, our meetings general info. And we're going to take that link, and there it is. And then that's great. So that's working. And then we go back, and there we are. And of course, I'm going to take that off because it's just circular. It's going, it doesn't make any sense here. But here's what I want to show you. If we go back over to Weebly now, which is our direct nick place where we're adjusting our website. And then I'm going to go up here to the X up here in the upper left. You can see my cursor going up to the X. I'm getting out of the Weebly editor. Exit out of there. Now, here's what I want you to see. Look, follow my cursor, and you see me here at newsletter form. It shows me I've got one entry here. And there we are. And there is what I entered. Just an email name. Now, we could have added more fields to that form, like comments. I think it'd be a good idea so they can tell you about themselves, etc. Name, maybe. Let them give you their name. So really, this newsletter form is a little bit too basic, I think. But anyway, ideally, you would get a whole list, like you're at a organic food festival or something. You get a whole list, and what you could do is export all. And of course, as you can imagine, that would take it to a text delimited file for you to go upload somewhere. As it is now, I'm going to just delete it because don't need that one. Okay, close. And that's, really, let's go back to edit site for a minute. There's not a whole lot to tell you. It's pretty darned easy. Let's go to one of our photos pages, just as an example. Photos. Okay, for example, photos page. Here we are. You see we've got links to photos from last year's dinner. Let's go there. That is going to be the 2024. Okay, so we're going to go find that page to look at. Remember, I'm just in edit mode, so I can't just easily use this link to get over there. Okay, 2024 harvest dinner. Yeah, got it right here. Let's go there. Okay, so what we did for last year's party was we just, put our little text box up here. Then we just added a slideshow. You got various options with slideshows. You can have it do the thumbnails underneath. You can have it automatically go with certain timings, like how many seconds between. It's really There's almost nothing more to tell you about that. Uh, like I said, I have one blog out there. Let me go to the pages. Back to the pages over here. Letters from Kalamazoo. I'm going to take it off of the hide and navigation. One reason you might want to consider a blog occasionally is that you do have a feedback. You have comments comments. People can add a comment or comment back to your post, which is kind of nice. Most of these others, we don't have anything like that. So that's one reason you might want to consider. I do not have any real experience running a blog with comments, so I can't quite tell you how to do all that. But at any rate, it's about like any other page, except that when you add a new post here, okay, build, let's say I wanted to do a new post. Okay, it gives you the basics. New post here. And then it's just, you can either put photo or text down in your new post. I just brought a text box down here. Here is where I am writing the new comments for a blog post. And then what you have to do, it's different from other updates. You have to be sure to post up here. You see where my cursor is going up here to the upper right. Post, and then I'll have a new share on Twitter. I didn't notice that before. That's interesting. Oh well. Anyway, so, and I guess you can share that exact link with somebody if you want to go look at my blog post, etc. But anyway, so for now, I'm just going to take this one off because obviously we don't want this. So let's see here. We're back to, let's go back to our, you know what? I can't remember how to delete a post. But there we go. Is that it? Maybe right over there. Oh, get rid of that. Delete. Usually when in doubt, just look for a little X to pop up on just about any element, and you'll be able to get rid of it. Okay, let's see here. Post options. I'm looking over here. Obviously, I don't do much with blogs. So, close. Okay. Is this it? Well, obviously, I'm going to have to review and figure out how to get rid of the post. Well, I can't remember. So I'll get with y'all in just a minute. What is this? Delete post. There we are. Do you see that up at the upper right? The orange box up there does have a delete post capability. So delete the post. And there we go. It's back to where it was. Archives. I haven't messed much with the archives thing over here, but that's probably a good idea. Like maybe some of our vintage newsletters, etc., could be put in archive pages if somebody has some time for that. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to go publish this again to save the changes I've just made. I think I've covered the basics with you on how to do the pages. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get out of Weebly again. I'm going up to the upper left. I'm going to exit out of Weebly. And I'm going to go back again. I'm going back one screen worth. And it's having trouble with that. Doesn't like that. Oh, I see what I did. Instead of going back there, I should have realized I already had a tab open for Account Nick. So instead of waiting for this to unconfuse itself, let's go back over to the tab I already had open, which was our dashboard over here. I wanted to go ahead and take y'all over to what happens if you go to the launch hosting console up here. You see where my cursor is. So I'm going to that. And here we are at the hosting console. And what I was going to tell you is the email accounts and forwarders, that's all I use over here. Just email accounts, which is, we can have up to like 50, I think, some ridiculous number. So far, we only have a little tiny handful of these. Mainly, and the main reason we care about these emails is we have to use one of these for our Brevo email account, because it won't let us use a free email account anymore. It has to be a domain based, which all of these are domain based, because the OKC Organic Gardening, organicgardening.org. So we can, as you can see, we've hardly used any of it because hardly anything comes out here yet. But I went to check email just then, and here we are. And here's the things that we do have. We will have to clean this out every now and then. Let's go back. Let's go back to, again, let me go. I should be going to the panels that we already have open rather than trying to struggle my way back. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our main email accounts console here. I'm going to do a back here. Okay, here we are to our main hosting console. We have email accounts, which we already saw. Forwarders, that's important because we realize that if anybody writes to us at info@organicgardening.org, which is what's going to show to them in our newsletters, we need somebody to see it. So we need that to be forwarded to, as you can see, we've got several people that info@organicgardening.org is already forwarded to. We've got 3 people, our main committee. Our main executive committee members are already showing up over here. And so all 3 of us should be getting a forwarded email for any time we get something to this email address. Okay, that's a whirlwind tour, but that's mostly all you need. It's pretty low-hanging fruit. I haven't done anything real exciting with it, and why should we, really? Okay, remember, you can always reach out to me. My email address is hhunter1111@gmail.com, and you can ask me questions about this. Thank you very much for your attention.